Horoscope for Aries, Tuesday, 5 May 2026. Welcome to CosmologicaLab. You feel that pressure in the air, Aries? It's like the cosmos is tensioning a violin string just before the note resonates with all its strength. Today, the universe gives you an important lesson. It's not about avoiding friction, but about understanding what it's trying to forge in your spirit. There is a vibrant duality in your atmosphere. On the one hand, the duration of Venus offers you silver bridges, but on the other hand, the intensity of the Sun and the strength of Mars place you in front of a mirror that does not admit half-inks. It is a day of contrasts, where calm and whirlwind coexist in the same heartbeat. That tension you perceive, almost like an electric buzz at the base of the skull, manifests first in your own temple, in your physical presence. You feel a contradictory energy running through your veins. On the one hand, there is an impulse from Mars that asks you to move, an urgency to conquer the world. But suddenly, the hand of Saturn appears, reminding you of the need for structure, pause, to recognize your own limits. It's like you're trying to run while wearing heavy armor. And in the middle of this pulse between action and restriction, there appears a soft, almost dreamy mist emanating from Neptune. You may wake up with a feeling of strangeness, as if your body did not finish landing in reality, or feel an almost mystical sensitivity on the skin, as if you could perceive the vibrations of everything around you. Do not fight this heaviness or this confusion. Use it to observe how your will is molded under the pressure of discipline. Taking this energy to the ground of your projects and your livelihood, the panorama becomes fascinating and somewhat unpredictable. Imagine that you're checking your bank account or reviewing an important email about a contract, and suddenly, an unexpected notification from Uranus makes everything change. In your area of resources, the presence of the Sun and Mercury, alongside Uranus, suggests that communication and financial clarity are under the influence of a sudden ray of light. It could be an unforeseen expense that forces you to react, or a brilliant idea that shows you a new way to generate revenue. However, Scorpio's gaze in your shared resource zone warns you that not everything is surface. There are processes of deep transformation occurring in your debts or in what you share with others. Do not be afraid to look forward to those numbers or those complex negotiations. Although Capricorn's structure in your professional horizon asks for order and rigorous planning, today's energy invites you to be flexible in the face of the unexpected. Do not look only for the stability of the rock. Seek the intelligence of the water that can adapt to the cracks of the structure. If we look now at your well-being and daily habits, the challenge is to find a balance between intensity and delicacy. Your body is today the stage where Mars and Saturn are waging a battle for control. You may feel your vitality is high, but it runs out with an unusual speed if you don't manage your rhythms well. It is quite possible that you experience that muscle tension on your shoulders or a feeling of tiredness that does not seem to justify your level of activity. Here, Virgo's energy in your daily routine gives you the key. Mastery is in detail. Don't try to change your whole life today, just focus on a little win. Perhaps it is preparing a dinner with fresh and natural ingredients, or spending 10 minutes organizing that drawer that has been ignored for months. By putting order in the small, you will be calming the inner storm of Mars and giving a safe haven to Saturn's discipline. Health today is not a distant goal. It is the act of caring for the small ritual of your breakfast or the constancy of a stretching at the end of the day. If you go into the garden of your emotions and your bonds, you will find a landscape of amazing expansion, but also of transformative intensity. Jupiter in your home gives you a sense of expansion and warmth in your innermost space. You may feel an urgent need to expand your home, invite someone to your shelter, or simply feel that your home is a sanctuary of growth. However, not everything is calm. Pluto's presence in your social circles and Scorpio's energy in your deeper bonds invite you to a metamorphosis. Perhaps an ancient friendship will change shape, or a conversation with someone very close will force you to confront a truth that you had kept locked up. In your relationships as a couple or as a companion, Libra's energy demands balance, but Leo's spark in your area of expression pushes you to show your heart with pride. Don't be surprised if an accomplice look or an unexpected WhatsApp message shakes your heart. Today, ties are not just company, they are mirrors of your own evolution. Finally, on the plane of your intellectual and spiritual growth, your mind expands horizontally that previously seemed unattainable. The moon in your area of great knowledge prompts you to search for answers deep down, perhaps finding a revealing idea while reading a book or listening to a podcast that seems to speak directly to you. There is a search for meaning, a desire to understand why of things. With Venus in your ability to communicate, your words today have a special charm, an intellectual seduction ability that can help you solve misunderstandings or learn something new with amazing ease. But remember that, with the influence of Pisces in your deepest world, there is also an invitation to let go of logic and trust in intuition. Not everything can be explained in words. Sometimes the greatest truth comes in a vivid dream or in a moment of absolute silence in front of the window. If you feel today that you need to do a ritual to channel all this intensity and prevent the tension from turning into frustration, I propose one of alchemy of tension. It is a simple process to release the burden that the Sun and Mars are placing on you. Find a small piece of paper and, in a moment of calm, write honestly what is irritating you, that little discomfort at work or that tension you feel in the body. Once written, visualize how a pure white light disintegrates those words, transforming conflict into learning. Break the paper into very small pieces, almost as if it were dust, and place it in the trash to symbolize that that charge no longer belongs to you. To close the process, wash your hands with fresh water and some soap, imagining that the water takes any residue of that irritation, leaving your skin and spirit clean and renewed. To accompany this energy and help you maintain the center, for today I propose the color terracotta. You don't need to buy anything new. It can be a detail in your socks, your phone case, or even a wallpaper that evokes the warmth of the earth. This tone, which unites the strength of Mars with the stability of the earth, will serve as a visual anchor. If you feel the intensity rises too much, looking at some of this color will remind you that, although the fire burns, there is always a solid foundation to support you. Remember that the important thing is not the object itself, but the intention of your heart in choosing it. Today, you will discover that your true strength lies not in avoiding the storm, but in the ability to transform every ray into a new light for your path. Have a nice day, dear Aries. Subscribe to CosmologicaLab so you don't miss the next video. Give it a like if it resonated with you, and let us know in the comments what you thought. See you in the next video.